guys, welcome back to Homesteadish NC. I am Samantha Pate. This video, because I've had so many technical difficulties, is going to take place over several different days, and I'm kind of going to snip them together because there were certain video footage that could not be processed, and it's just because this is all new to me and it's a learning experience, so please bear with us. I am going to do the garden tour, and then I'm going to show you the boys ripping out one of the garden beds, and we'll just go from there. So thank you so much for dropping in. Before we go any further, if you will, please click the like button, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. Let's get started. Okay, so all right, so this is bed number one. This is our tomatoes. It's like the boys' snack garden. We have had, as you can see by the curling of the leaves, it is a very hot day today. I'm trying to keep up with all the watering and things like that. Got some tomatoes that are coming off. These are yellow pear tomatoes. In the back we've got husky cherries. We have some Agrapoli di Invierno. This one, we've had a lot of storms here lately, and this one has fallen over, but look at all of these tomatoes. I am gonna try my hardest to get this staked back up and just get it situated. Hopefully we'll be able to harvest from all of these. We also have over here, this one is just proof that for sure everything just wants to grow. This plant actually came from underneath of our steps. It was growing, and I decided to transplant it into our garden bed, and this is going to be some yellow pear tomatoes. Over here, I don't know if you can see these gorgeous tomatoes. These are my absolute favorite tomato. This is our first year growing them, and they have the absolute best flavor. These are black strawberry tomatoes. As you can see, there are tons up here. In the back here we have our bell peppers, and this year I decided to do something different. I decided that I was going to not go based on the seed packet recommendations, and instead I was going to plant them closer together, and they're probably maybe about 12 inches apart, and they are producing like crazy. So this is bed number one. I'm going to walk you over here so we can look at bed number two, but before we get there, this one it was stunted, and it's growing, but it's growing very slowly. This is a geranium kiss tomato, which they're not supposed to get that big anyhow. And back here, I got this barrel for Mother's Day, and I drilled extra holes in the bottom of it. And I don't know if you can see this, but like, look at that. Look at that. It holds way too much moisture. And although these were great, the location of where they were, the strawberries produced for a long time, but then when we started getting a lot of rain, I mean, as you can see, it's just so saturated. And I have tried to kind of clip these back, and I'm hoping that I can bring some life back into them. But if not, I am still really happy with the harvest and the learning experience. So I'm hoping that maybe I can get these moved and bring them back to life. This bed is the one that had the squash and zucchini and all in, and we had some severe squash bugs, and it was just absolutely awful. So although I am very thankful that we got a huge harvest from them before the squash bugs found them, I did, however, leave the two cucumber plants that we have. I still feel like they have enough life left in them that maybe, just maybe, I can clip some leaves and fertilize, and maybe they'll do okay. These beds are going to be planted for the fall. That is our plan for next week. Right now, I'm just kind of turning over the soil and breaking it up from where it had kind of gotten compact. And then I'm going to be adding some fertilizer to these beds in order to be able to plant for next week. So that is the plan for this bed, and I will insert the video of the boys doing all of that right here. We are going to be ripping out this entire squash bed because they are covered with squash bugs, and also because they've given us a great harvest and it is time to get everything pulled out so that we can plant something for the fall. I've got my little helpers with me. Garrett, say hey.
Hey.
And Grayson, come here.
Hey.
Come here, Grayson. Look at the camera. Say hey.
Hey.
Say hey, friends.
Hey, friends.
He waved at the back of you guys. All right. All right. So the boys are helping me get all of this stuff, all of the squash plants taken out of here, and we are actually going to leave some overgrown squash up here. And when we take this and dump it in the woods, the deer and different animals can eat from it, rather than us harvesting them.
Pink. I really like this squash. Mama, I did it. Mama,
As you can see, we're gonna have to take care of the pests that are here. There is an abundance of squash bugs. We're loading them up and we are gonna get them out of here. Yeah, good idea. We can show everybody an up close. So it's absolutely terrible if you get squash bugs and things like that. Unfortunately, unfortunately in organic gardening you are gonna deal with bugs, because if you want to eat it, well, chances are they want to eat it too. And this is bed number 3. This year we only have 3 garden beds, and the goal is to just pack them as full as possible. We are learning every day, and we're learning what goes where, and with an organic garden, I'm learning that you're gonna fight with things that want to eat what you have, because chances are, if you're not spraying it with anything, if you want to eat it right off the vine, then there are probably other creatures who want to eat it right off the vine too. So these right here are orange jing okra. I think I pronounced that right. It's a new to us variety, and we're really excited. These haven't been in the ground for very long, but we are excited to hopefully get some harvest from them in the coming future. Down here we have our rattlesnake pole beans, and they're fairly new. As you can tell, they're still very small. The company that we get these from, which I will link that in the description, they actually have a greenhouse that goes on top of this, and we're gonna give that a try and try to extend our gardening season. So we're really excited about that as well. All right, so let's talk for a minute. Basically, what I have learned this week is that with an organic garden, you're gonna deal with pests, and probably with any garden, you're gonna deal with pests. And so my goal is to learn companion planting. I want to learn what I can put with certain plants to deter pests from attacking the plants that I want produce from. And as I'm growing and learning, I want to be able to show you all what I'm learning. And so I'm really excited about being able to do that, and hopefully you will gain some knowledge from this as well. The most important thing is just get out there, dig in the dirt, enjoy it. Everything is an experiment. You're learning something as you go, and something that may work for me may not work for you, and something that may work for you may not work for me, and that's okay. And the cool thing about gardening is we can kind of meet each other where we are, and you can teach me different things, and I could probably show you different ways that I have done things, like with our peppers. You know, that was an experiment for me, and in the past few years I have not really had a great yield on my bell peppers, whereas this year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put them a little bit closer together, and they are doing fantastic. That's just, you know, that's something that worked for me, and I don't know if it'll work for you, but hopefully we will keep growing together. Did want to mention that we have done a ton of updating of our website. So if you go to www.homesteadishnc.com, you will be able to see all of the platforms that we're linked to, and we have some really exciting things coming up for our website. One is Motivational Mondays, and that is a devotional that if you go to our website and click the devotion page, every Monday I will be updating the devotional for that page, and that it'll be kind of like a weekly devotional, maybe just a kickoff for your week, a recharge in the middle of your week. It'll be there until the next Monday, and then I will change it to a different one. Another thing is on Wednesdays we're posting our blog, and that will be garden related. It'll be tips and tricks and maybe even recipes, so definitely go check that out. Every Wednesday we'll have a new one added. Something that we have in the works, and I still have not finalized everything, is I will have a podcast called Spiritual Gardening Podcast, and we are really excited to hopefully get that stuff finalized at the beginning of this week. And our plan for that is to be able to post we will upload a new podcast every Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Also, we have some really cool videos coming up that we're really looking forward to, and I don't want to spill the beans. I want those to be a surprise, so you'll just have to subscribe and check it out. We do thank you for your support. It does mean a lot to our little family, and just the fact that so many of you believe in us, even when sometimes I doubt myself. I am always just blown away by the support that you all give, and please know that it does not go unnoticed. It means so much to our family. Definitely stay tuned. There's so much going on, and we're so excited that you're here on this journey with us. Thank you so much for watching. We hope that you have a blessed day. Bye.